Coach, I see you got the pen and paper out. What's your assessment of tonight's game?
Well, when I compare it to last night, we certainly were more physical tonight. Last night they had 60 plus in the paint. Tonight they had 42. And, to me, that was a sign that we had a presence in the paint. And then they only had 3 offensive rebounds compared with, I think, 15 last night. And
Right.
then, we had 34 assists. A lot of times your assist numbers are just based upon guys making shots. And we shot a much better percentage from 3 tonight, but the ball just moved. And I'm hopeful that our team can build on this and start to play the kind of basketball that we've been accustomed to, with the ball moving and everybody touching it and a lot of player movement and that kind of thing. But, more than anything, just a response to last night's performance. To come back and play that way on the road is a pretty cool thing for us. And
just to follow up, Mikal and Cam, not only did they hit threes, but, when they tried to run them off, they was able to dribble and get into the lane and finish. Yeah. Just speak to that a little bit.
Well, those guys have worked on that all summer, playing in 0.5 and making those hiccup decisions. It's got to be quick in our economy, because I think that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. But they have to make shots for people to honor the drive. And, those 2 guys, for our program to continue to grow, they have to play that way. It frees up Book and Chris, and it allows DA to find holes to get offensive rebounds. But those 2 guys making shots and playing in go catch is something that they've worked on all off season.
Next is Kellen Olsen with Arizona Sports, followed by Brendan Clean.
Hey, Coach, midway through the third quarter, you guys hit the bonus, and it felt like that was a real breaking point for you guys offensively. Was that where you started to see the ball move a little bit better?
I don't know if it was, bonus awareness or just, realizing that it wasn't moving the first 2 or 3 minutes of the third. I didn't think we came out particularly well. And they wanted to press or push it as much as they could, no matter what was going on. Luke was imploring them to just get it out and push it. And, we like to play that way too. And I just thought our defense was up to the task tonight. And it allowed us to go right back at them when we got stops. And maybe that allowed us to, attack their bodies a little bit and get them in foul trouble. But I'm not sure if it was, time scoring situation or being aware of the bonus, but we did a good job rebounding from that slow third quarter start.
Next is Brendan Clean with Bright Side of the Sun, and then Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Coach. Frank Kaminsky obviously got his first run today. I'm just curious what you saw out of him generally. I know he's a guy you call a connector, a ball mover, and, you went with him to close the game. So I'm just curious what went into that decision.
Well, the closing part, I just felt like the score was in our favor and didn't want to bring DA back. But I thought Frank played the kind of basketball that, we particularly like, moving the ball, knowing where to be in spots. But defensively, I thought he had a bit of a presence as far as fighting Whiteside. Whiteside just had his way with us last night. And I thought Frank kind of stood his ground a bit better. And all of our guys just battled for rebounds. I mean, if you look at, the starters, all those guys got a bunch of boards. Campaign had 5, So those things are really important for us. But to your point, Frank plays 18 minutes and goes 5 for 10, but his defensive presence in the paint, when you don't have great lift off the ground to block shots, you got to have great body position. And I thought he had pretty good body position tonight against all their bigs.
Next is Kellen Olsen with Arizona Sports. Actually, next is Dwayne Rankin with Arizona Republic, followed by Kellen Olsen.
Yeah, Coach sat Jalen tonight. I understand it was an ankle. Is it something serious, or you just felt like he needed to sit tonight?
He tweaked it earlier. I'm sure we're just being cautious with him. That's the only update I have on him. I don't think it's too serious, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. It wasn't. Once I realized he was out, I had to move on in my thinking. And so I'll get an update on him once we get to the plane.
And just a quick follow. You mentioned you were using the pen. Coach, it's my job to at least get in your business a little bit. What are you tracking something, or
No, just there's things I wanted to identify that we talked about last night that we didn't particularly do well. Like when we're playing the kind of basketball that we like, we're sometimes in that 30+ assists range, and then they only had 3 offensive rebounds, and we did a decent job in our fast break defense, transition defense. They had 6 points. And so I'm just trying to identify some things for myself. Sometimes when you write it, you remember it or you circle it. But the other thing that was pleasing was after that first quarter, they didn't have another 30-point quarter. Second quarter, they scored 20 and 25 and then 22 in the last. So I just kind of used the pen to mark some things in case it comes up in conversation.
All right, Coach, last question is Kellen Olsen from Arizona Sports.
Hey, Coach, Cam Payne talked about in training camp how he wanted his identity to be more on the defensive end, and tonight we saw those huge possessions, forcing fouls on De'Aaron Fox. What have you seen from him just kind of, I don't want to say adapt because he's always given his all on the defensive end, but just his defensive play in general?
Well, he and JC, when we were in Orlando, those two guys caused a lot of problems for guards, whether it's ball pressure or just denying catches. And, they play with great energy and great passion. And Cam also has the ability to stay in front of people with his hands in the air, which is really hard. Sliding your feet with both hands in the air, we call it wall on wheels. And it's just something that he's, pretty good at. Sometimes he draws charges on that. And, if you can draw a charge on De'Aaron Fox, that's really hard. I don't know if I've seen many people his size that can move their feet that fast and change direction in my basketball life. He's a rare athlete, and Cam did a decent job on it.
Hey, Book, where would you assess the offense through 3 games? It felt like last night you guys just couldn't get some threes to fall, but then tonight in the third quarter, you guys really broke through, it felt like.
Yeah, I say we're getting better. It's a work in progress. Film has been really well for us. Communication has been well for us. And we talked about trusting the system. I think we have a lot of new players out there trying to, figure each other out, but always with the right intention. So we're getting better. Tonight was a step forward in that on both ends, and we just have to continue to grow.
Next is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, followed by Brendan Klein.
Devin, it was a time I was in I want to say the opener. I was watching you on the bench and you were nodding your head like, okay, guys are handling their business while I'm on the bench. So what's it like being in that situation now again, where tonight you have Mikal, Cam Johnson, other guys doing work where you feel as if you don't have to, load up to try to get big numbers?
Yeah, I mean, that's team basketball. That's how the sport's played. I think when teams throw junk defenses at me, they're blitzing a lot. We have guys that can make them pay. That's why we have the team that we do. So not surprising to me. Those two guys, Mikal and Cam, work extremely hard every day, and it shows. We knew, from the night before that we had a lot of open looks that we didn't make, and me myself needed to take care of the ball better. Still a few turnovers a day. But, we'll figure it out. Like I said, it's a work in progress for us. There's a short turnaround in the summer, and there's definitely room for us to grow.
And just a quick follow-up. What did you like the most about the response from the last game to this game?
That just says a lot about our team, man. After the first loss yesterday, it was like we got eliminated from the playoffs or something, the energy in the room. And, you know, I'm not too mad at that. You know, you have a lot of people that care. But it is a long season, so we have to understand that. And, you know, there's times like that where you drop a game and have to get one back immediately. And I think we have a lot of back-to-backs this year, so, you know, it showed growth for us.
Next is Brendan Clean with Bright Side of the Sun, followed by Cody Cunningham.
Hey, Book, you mentioned the turnovers, and Monty said yesterday that, you know, when those happen for you, he knows it's always with a good intention in mind. And I know you're really probably hard on yourself with that stuff too. So what was kind of your thought process going into this one to cut back on some of those mistakes?
Just simply stop being so careless with it. And that's fine. You know, I'm honest with myself. I watch film and I see, you know, the spots that I can improve on. But at the same time, you know, we still have to figure out some of our spacing. We have a lot, like I said, we had a short summer, short time, you know, to play with each other. And, you know, today was already a step forward in those regards. And, you know, we're going to continue to do that.
All right, final two questions are going to be Cody Cunningham with Suns.com, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Book. Mikal's offensive game just continues to grow out there just every night. Just for a guy that does so much work on the defensive end, how great is it to see him get so much more comfortable offensively?
I mean, you know, it's wonderful to see. Like I said, he's going to make teams pay whenever they try to throw junk defenses. And, you know, if he has any open shot, and not only, you know, is it the 4 from 8 from 3, it's attacking people off a long closeout, and, you know, not taking a playoff, not one playoff on defense. So, you know, overall, you know, very talented player and, you know, fun to play alongside of.
Final question is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic.
Yeah, Devin, real quick, you obviously were happy that Kaminsky was back on the team. How nice was it to see him have a game like he had tonight against a team that actually waived him?
Yeah, we told him he didn't get his tribute video, you know, so he owed him one. Nah, Frank played well, man. You know, I said right when we got him back that he knows the system, he knows how we play, and, you know, he's a piece of that, you know. So he knows the offense, he makes quick actions, quick reads, and we're on to the second side, what we call it. So, you know, I think he had 11 tonight, 50% shooting. You know, that's big time.
Mikal, just speak to tonight's game in terms of the response you guys made after Saturday's loss.
Yeah, we just came out strong, man. We knew what we can do better, and you know, coach got on us, and we all responded. You know, we got a great group of guys, and we all care, and we all love the game, and we want to win. So we went out there and, you know, got the job done.
And to follow up, obviously much has been made about, you know, you and Cam being able to now, you know, take it off the dribble and when teams run at you. Luke Walton just said that you and Cam were two of the guys that made them pay when they made defensive breakdowns. Just speak to maybe to you guys' game and how you guys are evolving and putting that element into your games.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of work. I'm always with Cam in the summer and all season, so I see how much work he puts in, and we just go out there, you know, try to do our jobs, you know, try to be aggressive, just play hard every possession, defend, and when you open, make a play, either shoot it and drive it or look for somebody, you know, just playing basketball, that's just the biggest thing.
Next is Kellen Olsen with Arizona Sports, followed by Brendan Clean.
Hey, Mikal, you were here last year when the offense got off to such a great start right away. It felt like you guys clicked into place. This year, it feels like it's taking a little bit longer. You guys did have that breakthrough, though, in the third quarter. What are you seeing in terms of what needs to, like, continue to improve for the offense to get better?
Just more time, more film, you know, just how many games all of us play together? Maybe, well, 6 games or something. So, like, we're gonna get better. We're gonna learn. And we're gonna just keep watching film and keep practicing. And the more time we spend together on the court, the more, you know, easier it's gonna get for us. So, I mean, we'll definitely get that situated for sure.
And to follow up, you and Cam Payne had great efforts on De'Aaron in the third to have him pick up those fouls. What have you seen from Cam specifically on the defensive end? It seems like he's really come out with a lot of energy to start the year.
Yeah, man, he's out there doing everything. I mean, I told him today, I think he had 7, 5, and 6. And I was just like, when he subbed out, I'm like, he's out there doing everything, huh? And he's like, that's what I do. I'm like, we're going to need you to do that. So he's out there, being a pest out there defensively and then being aggressive on the other end. So, I mean, we need that, especially coming off the bench. And he's a big piece to our team.
Next is Brendan Clean with Bright Side of the Sun.
Hey, Mikal, you guys had 34 assists, I think, as a team tonight. What do you think in terms of how that happened? I think it was 25 last night. Was there something different in terms of how the offense was clicking in your mind, or just some shots going in? What do you kind of chalk that up to?
Just a mix. I feel like we made shots, you know what I'm saying? I think that was a big thing for us a little bit yesterday too. I think we defended pretty well. We got better and just was missing shots. And we was open. I mean, we was making the right play every single time, I think, yesterday. And we just wasn't knocking them down. And I think today we kept doing the same thing. We got trust in each other, especially Bullock and CP, who handles the ball more than the others. And they trusted us, and we just had to be ready and be aggressive.
Yeah, Frank, Devin was just on. He said that they didn't give you your tribute video, so you owed them. Was just curious, how nice was it though to have a game like this? And we all know the wave and all that, but how nice was it to play this well and to win and against them?
It's great. It was good to go out there, and just bring energy. That's what I told myself coming into the game. Just go out there and try to make a few plays that change either the energy of the game or make a difference or two. I felt like our second unit really there towards the second quarter and into the third quarter too gave us a big boost. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to be honest. That felt good.
Another question I had was celebrating that. I saw you celebrating with the guys late in the game. Is that something that? Hey, this is one of the reasons I'm glad I'm back, because I get to be with these guys.
Absolutely. I just said it, and I'm not afraid to say it. This is a fun team. I enjoy being here, and I was just saying it I enjoy being here. This team is way more fun. And that's just for me personally. Nothing against Sacramento or anything like that. I enjoyed my time there, and they got a good group of guys there. But just the way our group clicks, both on the court and off the court, it's a lot more fun for me. And when we play like that, have that energy, have that spirit about our team, it makes basketball a lot of fun.
Next is Kellen Olsen with Arizona Sports, followed by Brendan Clean.
Hey, Frank, you've seen this offense when the 0.5 principles are really flowing last year. Did the second half feel like one of those moments where the ball is just zooming around?
Yeah, we were making the right plays. For me especially, I don't necessarily remember every single call. You can kind of see it with a little bit of stuff there, just maybe a step or two where I was second guessing things. But we just really play off Devin and CP. When they're really out there calling plays and they're seeing things and they're commanding the offense, it makes things a lot easier because you're just reading and reacting to what they're doing. Devin gets so much attention that for me, when I'm out there sending him screens, they're switching, doing stuff, I just try to do little things to get him open or throw them off a little bit. And that led to a lot of open driving lanes, a lot of open shots. So that really let us open up the game. And we just really fed off that energy.
All right, next is going to be Brendan Clean, Bright Side of the Sun, and then Gina Mizell.
Hey, Frank, I'm just curious. We saw today kind of the biggest offensive night of the season so far. I know it's only 3 games, but it's been a little bit of a work in progress with the shortened camp. Just as one of the guys who was in this system last year, did it feel natural to you to step back into it? Do you feel like things are kind of capable of clicking in the way we saw at times last year again?
Absolutely. There's something about our team when our spirit gets high, it's really contagious. You saw a lot of that in the bubble. When our energy levels up and everyone can feel it, we just go out there and play. We do some pretty great things. So I think last night we let missing shots kind of dictate how we were playing. But tonight we were a lot more free, made a lot more threes. 14 for 35 tonight. We were just playing with a good energy and a good spirit. And when we do that, we can do some pretty good things, and we can pretty much beat anyone in this league on any given night.
Thank you.
All right, final question is Gina Mizell with Suns.com.
Hey, Frank, the last time we talked to you, you were just first day getting acclimated, all that stuff. So maybe since then, like, what were the things that you did to just prepare yourself to get so many minutes tonight? I mean, I know that's kind of a different situation where you've been in the system, but just how did you prepare yourself to be ready to go tonight?
I didn't have too many real game reps. Didn't get a whole lot of minutes in the preseason. So these last couple of days has been getting some extra cardio. After the game last night, was just on the court running afterwards, and this morning trying to get up, get moving. It's tough when you're not playing. You got to really do a lot of extra cardio and stuff like that to make sure you're prepared for the situation. Obviously going in tonight, I knew I would get some minutes. And like I said, I just wanted to go out there and play hard and make the most of them. But I'm getting there. I felt like I felt good. Cardio was good. So hopefully there's a lot more games like that.